Hello, this is the Chip of the Monk, and we're back with another Satanic Illuminati bloodline. So, the first video was kind of because I was all over the place, but I figured out the website that I'm getting my information from, and it's bibliotechapellades.net. So, shout out to them, everybody, and if you guys want to read like the full page, because they got pages on pages on pages on pages, I mean, you could go to them, or you could just, sit back, listen to me, check them out when you get more into it. But this is the Chip of the Monk, and we are bringing you the best information that we can in these times of endearment. So, the bloodline that we're getting into is the freeman bloodline. The freeman bloodline is one of the worst satanic bloodlines. Okay, so to get into this, the amazing thing about this family, that it is not a family that the people would have thought of being one of the top 13. However, for me as a researcher of the elite and the M satanic hierarchy, the name pops up with surprising frequency. So, whoever's doing this research is really doing the research. For instance, Stephen M. Freeman runs the Legal Affairs Department of the Civil Rights Division of the Anti-Defamation League, which is a daughter of the Be Now Birth, and the ADL is a dangerous organization controlled by the hierarchy. The Illuminati drug money to fund this organization. Another Freeman is Walter Freeman, who introduced the lobotomy into the U.S. with James W. Watts in 1936. The frontal lobotomy was a brutal method of mind control that has been permitted to be done to us under the disguise that is benefit to humanity. Then there was Simon Freeman, an important intelligence officer, and the list goes on of people that are in key places with a Freeman name. But the most important position of all, which removes all doubt that the family is at the top of the top, is that the late Grand Master of the Prieur de Sion was Gaylord Freeman. Wow. So just getting into that sums it up pretty much. But I mean, this Freeman bloodline, it sounds like it's really bad. I mean, they're controlling a lot of stuff, and so in the research, high-level Satanists, it became clear that the bloodline was key in their minds was the House of David, not Jesus Christ lineage. I discovered that the House of David had set up a kingdom in southern France. I discovered this while rummaging through history books on the Middle Ages. I came upon a book, A Jewish Princedom in Feudal France, 768 to 900. This book was a key for me to realize that the something dynasty, which wove its bloodline into the royal bloods of Europe, was Jewish in origin. When I read the Holy Blood, Holy Grail, it became apparent that the author's theory in, of Jesus' bloodline had clouded their realization that the key was pure de Sion, was the house of David, and was in this sense Jewish. So I know I'm all over the place and I'm probably not making sense, but all they're really saying is that so there was a house of David, and they think it's a link back to the holy blood, and to Jesus' bloodline. It's clouding their realization and all this stuff. So, other than that, really this family is just controlling what I said in the first paragraph that I read to you guys. And other than that, I'll read another one for you guys. So, due to time restraints, I haven't progressed far in my research. Whoever is writing this down, and I'm rereading it to you guys because this is how the messages get through, and this is what we're here for. However, I've been able to identify one freeman in the Illuminati. He was Minnesota's Gov. Orville Freeman, who appointed Walter Mondale to the position of the Attorney General when Walter was just 32 years old. Walter Mondale later joined the status of being the only U.S. Senator on the Trilateral Commission. Walter Mondale went on to serve the Illuminati as U.S. Vice President, and Orville Freeman was appointed as a cabinet member for Kennedy's and then Johnson's administration. Another Freeman is listed on secret membership list as joining the Order of the Skull and Bones in 1869. See his picture, which is reproduced. Don Freeman wrote books on witches, including Space Witch and Tilly Witch. Another Freeman was instrumental in the OTO being set up. For those who know about the OTO, I mentioned it in the past. So obviously I'm not too sure about the OTO, but it is a hermetic magic and Satanism. Right here in Oregon, we have been watching some Freemans and Freemasons. You know, it's all together. Freemans, the Freemasons. Come on now, because it appears that there are some Satanic Coven members here in Oregon who are Freemans. So wow, these guys are really sick. And they're saying that the Freeman family writes books, you know, certain books. They've been writing books on astrology, the overeducated Americans, you know, listening to the inner self, you know, books on the Greek philosophy, and you know, a bunch of like really demonic stuff that you could probably get into, and probably really good stuff to open your mind, but on a good note, but on a bad note on the same time. So I mean, they're still around today. You know, they're still doing work today. I mean, these are like the deep bloodlines. And thank you guys for bearing through this and listening to me out. And thanks to the bibliotechaccolades.net. And we are giving this message to you guys together, and hope you guys pass it on down the line as far as you can. Thank you guys. This is Chip and the Monk, and I'll see you next